Hello. Welcome to Gawita.
Here's the beginning of the recap for Nowhere, 2023. Nowhere is a harrowing survival thriller set in a dystopian future, where Spain has fallen under a totalitarian dictatorship. The government, grappling with severe resource shortages, has resorted to extreme measures, targeting pregnant women, children, and the elderly as part of a ruthless population control strategy. The film's central character, Mia, a pregnant woman, is desperately trying to escape this oppressive regime with her husband, Nico, but their plan to find safety in Ireland is thrown into chaos. What ensues is a gripping tale of survival, maternal love, and the will to keep fighting against all odds. The dystopian world. The film opens in a bleak, authoritarian Spain, where the government's oppressive rule has led to widespread poverty, violence, and societal collapse. Resource shortages have sparked chaos, and the state has devised a draconian plan to deal with the crisis. Pregnant women, children, and the elderly are viewed as burdens on society, and they are systematically targeted for eradication. People are forced into hiding, with the government using brutal military tactics to round up its citizens. Mia, the film's protagonist, is one of the many who live in constant fear of the regime's reach. She and her husband, Nico, had previously lost their first child, Uma, a tragedy that weighs heavily on Mia. Uma was taken by the military during an earlier round of state-sponsored purges, and despite believing her to be dead, Mia cannot shake the guilt she feels for her disappearance. This guilt becomes a central emotional conflict for Mia, driving her actions and decisions throughout the film. Mia and Nico's escape plan. Nico, Mia's loving and resourceful husband, has come up with a desperate plan to escape the tyranny of Spain. The couple decides to flee the country, intending to seek refuge in Ireland, where they believe they can start over and escape the terror that has destroyed their lives. With the military tightening its grip on the population, their chances of survival in Spain are slim, and they see the journey to Ireland as their only hope. The couple boards a cargo ship, hidden in a maritime container along with other refugees who are also trying to escape the violence of the dictatorship. The cargo ship is their lifeline to freedom, but their escape does not go as planned. The military, which is constantly monitoring escape routes, discovers the couple's plan. At a military checkpoint, the soldiers separate Mia and Nico. Nico is forced out of the container, and Mia is left alone, hidden on top of a stack of crates within the same shipping container. Separation and betrayal. At the checkpoint, the military soldiers ruthlessly execute everyone in the container, believing them to be traitors or enemies of the state. Mia narrowly survives because she had the foresight to hide in a small, unnoticed crevice atop the crates. This traumatic event shakes Mia to her core, and she watches in horror as the lives of those around her are extinguished. She attempts to contact Nico, desperate to warn him of the danger, but her efforts are in vain, and she loses all communication with him. As Mia's container is loaded onto a cargo ship, she is unaware of what is happening outside. She remains in isolation, both physically and emotionally, fearing for her life and for Nico's. The ship sets sail, with no way of knowing that a violent storm is about to change everything. The storm and the beginning of Mia's survival. The sea is unforgiving, and a violent storm strikes the ship. The force of the storm causes the containers, including Mia's, to be swept overboard and into the vast, turbulent ocean. Mia's container begins to fill with water, and she finds herself trapped in the middle of the sea with no way of knowing which direction to go. Inside the container, Mia finds herself surrounded by various goods. Among the items in the cargo are Tupperware containers, packaged earphones, flat-screen TVs, bottled vodka, and hoodies. These seemingly insignificant items will become crucial to Mia's survival in the coming days. Mia also manages to salvage a penknife, some tape, and a drill, which become vital tools as she struggles to stay alive in the heart of the ocean. As the water level in the container rises, Mia becomes increasingly desperate. For a brief moment, she hears the screams of people in another nearby container. Peering through a bullet hole in the side of her own container, Mia sees the horror unfolding in front of her. The other container, filled with people, is sinking into the depths of the sea. This horrifying vision serves as a grim reminder of the dangers she faces, and the stakes are higher than ever. The birth of Noah and Mia's fight for survival. After 2 days of isolation and growing uncertainty, Mia receives a glimmer of hope when Nico calls her. Despite the chaos, Nico tells her that he is on his way to rescue her. However, this brief moment of joy is quickly overshadowed by the realization that their situation is still perilous, and Mia is running out of time. That night, amid another fierce storm, Mia unexpectedly goes into labor. Alone and in excruciating pain, Mia gives birth to a baby girl, whom she names Noah. The birth is a brutal, almost surreal event as Mia must endure the storm, the rising waters, and the isolation while also trying to keep herself and her newborn alive. As she holds her newborn daughter in her arms, Mia's determination to survive becomes stronger than ever. She is now not only fighting for her own life but for the life of her child. Mia's internal struggle is further complicated by hallucinations of her lost daughter, Uma, and overwhelming guilt over the events that led to her disappearance. The haunting memories of Uma's death weigh heavily on Mia's psyche, but she pushes forward, knowing that Noah's survival depends entirely on her. Resourcefulness and innovation. Mia's resourcefulness is put to the ultimate test as she finds ways to survive in her harsh environment. She uses the tools she has to create makeshift solutions to her many problems. First, she uses the drill and penknife to puncture a hole in the roof of the container, allowing the rising water to drain and giving her and Noah a chance to escape the container's rising floodwaters. They climb atop the container, desperately trying to catch the attention of any passing aircraft or ships. In her effort to attract help, Mia injures not give up. Using parts of the TVs in her container, she stitches up the wound, sterilizing it with vodka. Mia's injuries and physical deterioration are profound, but she fights through them, driven by her love for Noah and the hope of reuniting with Nico. Mia's struggle to survive takes another turn when she fashions a makeshift fishing net using fabric and various items from the container. She manages to catch fish, providing herself and Noah with much-needed sustenance. Every small victory helps Mia keep her hope alive, even as the days drag on and her physical condition deteriorates. A final call from Nico. After 20 long days adrift at sea, Mia receives another call from Nico. His voice is weak, and his health has deteriorated due to a gunshot wound he sustained during their separation. He is not in good shape and does not believe he will survive much longer. Mia is devastated by this news but continues to stay strong, knowing that she must carry on for Noah. In their final conversation, Nico urges Mia to keep fighting, to survive for Noah, and to reach Ireland. Despite knowing that he may never see them again, Nico tells Mia that he will always be with them in spirit. His words give Mia the strength to endure another day in the unforgiving ocean. The final struggle and rescue. As the days pass and the water level continues to rise, Mia constructs a makeshift raft from the debris of the container. The sinking container represents the final stage of her ordeal, but Mia's determination never wavers. She ties herself and Noah to the raft, hoping for a miracle, and drifts in the open sea, waiting for rescue. Mia's miracle finally comes when a family aboard a fishing boat spots Noah on the raft. The family brings Mia aboard their boat, though she is unconscious and barely alive. They perform CPR on Mia, successfully reviving her and giving her a second chance at life. She and Noah are taken to the shores of Ireland, where they are finally safe. Conclusion. The film ends with Mia and Noah on the shores of Ireland, where Mia can finally begin to heal. Despite the trauma they have endured, the survival of Mia and Noah represents hope amidst the despair of a broken world. The film closes on a note of bittersweet triumph as Mia holds her daughter close, having survived the unthinkable, but carrying with her the painful memories of the past. Themes. Nowhere explores the themes of survival, hope, guilt, and sacrifice. Mia's journey is a testament